that they'd like to proclaim to each other in front of all of us tonight. And I just personally wanted to...
Guys! Nice talking.
For having me here and for asking me to be part of all of this. I love you both. And I didn't prepare anything. So I'm really glad we're not recording yet. But I promise I'll have way more to say once we get the rehearsal dinner. Yes, ma'am.
Bachelorette party.
So shall we be beginning with Kasha?
We're just gonna give some toasts to one another.
Ow! Yeah, but that's good.
Noises
do not count as
okay.
toast.
If anyone else has anything to say, that's fine. But hold on, honey, that's for later. You want me to go first?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, grab your drink.
You're gonna want a
I
drink.
don't have my drink. I don't know where it went.
What would you
know
like,
where
ma'am?
our glass
Your
is.
glass
Yeah,
is
the
right
glass.
back there. Would you like wine, cocktail?
That blue swirly?
This guy here?
No,
This
no,
one? Yep.
Yeah, that
Oh,
one.
yeah. How did that end up
It
there?
got one.
We were saving it for you.
They're on top of things.
What do you
Fill
want?
it with cosmos.
It was a
All right. Here we go.
Drink.
Something. Well, at least he's not drunk. That's good.
No, I'm good at hiding it.
Okay.
All right.
I'll go first, yeah? Or are you gonna go first?
I'll go first
All right.
because I'm taller.
Okay.
All right.
We'll go downhill on it.
All right. Basically, short story.
Kasha.
Yeah.
Fine. Okay, so 10 years ago, I pretty much wrapped up any kind of relationship I had and had not spent any time or to that effect with anyone for about 10 years. And at the same time, about 10 years ago, I met this woman, and she was a cute little girl with her beautiful red hair, blowing in the wind, smoking a Newport cigarette.
Newport!
Quite a lot, and you know, she was with somebody else, and it was complicated.
Of course.
And, you know, and I don't need to go into detail about that, but in the end, I won. No, but really, this woman here is my miracle, and I'm not saying that to be all, you know, beautiful and hallmarky. You are my miracle because I gave up in believing in this, and it hit me in the head like a jackhammer that it really was real. Every day I wake up and look at her and think how lucky I am, and no matter what in this life, what's going on now, it doesn't matter because I have you. And all of you, actually, because she's really good at making really good friends, and I'm honored to be part of that. There's more, but it would take a long time to express how much I love you, Kasha.
Wow, I don't know how to top that.
Should have gone first.
Actually, 10 years ago when we met, I was with someone else, and I thought, why does this guy not like me? Every time I saw him, he gave me the strangest looks, and I had no idea that it was because he had a secret crush on me. And he used to jam music with the guy I was with at the time, and I was so concerned with why this guy, who didn't know anything about me, didn't like me, that I baked a batch of cookies and brought them over to the jam session and handed them to him so he'd be like, you know, thank you. But he was still like, thank you. I was like, what is with this guy? A few years later, after I wasn't in a relationship, I knew that I liked him. But he, the good friend that he is, pretended not to like me because his best friend has a crush on me. So for a long time, because of his best friend, he didn't make a move on me. And we stayed friends for all these years, talking on the phone. And oddly enough, I hate talking on the phone, okay? I hate it. And I have friends and family 3,000 miles away. I have friends here. I hate talking on the phone. But every time he would call me, we would talk for like 4 to 6 hours. I would even take a shower with him on speakerphone. We just couldn't hang up. And
No, we did hang up at that shower part.
no,
This is before Skype.
not the time in Bristol.
Oh,
The time in Bristol, you talked to me the whole time while I was in the shower.
I did?
Anyways, I moved to California 4 years ago, and Neil and I stayed in touch as friends, and I was with someone else, and last year I discovered that I was seriously ill, and the man I was with at the time broke up with me mostly because of that. And Neil was a friend who listened when I was going through this really hard time. And I seriously thought, there's not going to be any guy who's going to want to be with a girl who's, sick and miserable. And he genuinely cared, and we started talking on the phone nonstop like we did, but something was different. And we were saying, I love you, at the end of the phone calls, like as friends, But all of a sudden it was like, I love you, because I love you was changing, and we started falling in love, and we hadn't even seen each other's face in, 6 years.
Yeah, about that.
Yeah, so we made a decision. He said he would come here and get here in time for my benefit party to raise money for my illness, and he drove across the country in 4 days. And he got here, and we just knew. And we've been together ever since, and I've never loved anyone the way that I love you. Nothing's ever been this compatible, made this much sense, and meant this much to me. And you are my other half, totally. And I couldn't survive without you, and I cannot believe that you love me through this physical agony, because it's so hard. But you show up every day, and you're just right there. And I can't wait to spend the rest of my life with you. My crown is falling. So, let's make a toast to Neil, the warmest, bravest, most wonderful man I've ever known.
So we can all hear it.
We were a little bit.
I think we're all wondering. As romantic as well.
And to Kasha, who, through all of the trouble and hardship, somehow keeps the most positive outlook on life. Enough to keep me looking up on just bad days. And I look at her and think, wow. That's all.
To the wow.
To the wow.
To the wow.
Cheers.
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 I'm so glad you guys are all here.
Yes. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you so much.